from the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel. This is a severe weather alert.
All right, it's currently 2:41 in the afternoon. I'm Fred Gossage along with Taylor Plott and Kelly Rawson in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. We have the first warning of the day in the viewing area, although it's just clipping the viewing area, and I think the storm's mainly going to stay north of Hardin County, so we're only going to be here for a minute, but we have a new severe thunderstorm warning until 3:30. It clips northeastern parts of Chester County, Tennessee. It goes into southeastern Henderson County, southern Decatur County. Now, those are outside of the viewing area. The reason why we're cutting in on this is it includes the far, far, far northern part of Hardin County, Tennessee here, generally north of Saltillo and north of Tennessee Highway 69, the stretch that runs across the northern part of the county. That's going to run until 3:30. But you see that the main body of the storm is up here near Taylor's Crossing and Cedar Grove and north of Sardis here in southeastern parts of Henderson County. That's moving off to the east-southeast to due east at about 20 to 25 miles an hour. So that's mainly going to be a problem for southern areas of Decatur County, Tennessee, places like Bath Springs up to Dunbar to the south side of Decaturville over toward Mount Carmel. If it continues to hold together, we can pan over to the right a little bit, and we can see that this might clip the northwestern corner of Wayne County, Tennessee, out here near Beach Creek and northwest of Leatherwood and over toward Flatwoods, if it holds together down the road over the next 30 to 60 minutes. But it's a little ways to the west, and that's the far, far, far northern parts of Hardin County, Tennessee under the warning. If we zoom out the radar a little bit, you can see that this is not only north of Saltillo, it's north of Savannah and the US 64 corridor. It's north of Counts and Pyburn. All you guys barely includes Hardin County at all. Now there's another thunderstorm we've been watching moving across northern Wayne County. It's not severe warned at this time, but we have been watching for some P to dime size hail that's moving over into the southern parts of Lewis County, Tennessee. We'll zoom in tighter on this storm here. We have seen signs of a lowered rain-free base, but nothing that looks tornadic. The concentrated heavier weather is near the Ruppertown area up to Providence, headed over toward the NACO Napier areas here and the Natchez Trace Parkway over the next several minutes. We are starting to see a little bit of a notch on the south side of the storm. It has had some mid-level rotation. That's what you see here. So we'll go to the live radar velocity. Hasn't had really signs of any good low-level rotation, which means that it's not a tornado threat. We may have a storm, have a few storms today, have mid-level rotation because they're cellular like this, but it's going to be really hard for the low-level rotation to spin up because the background wind environment is just not that strong. It's not supportive of a tornado threat. It's not prohibiting completely a tornado threat altogether. So anytime there's a severe storm in this environment this afternoon, we'll have to watch them carefully since they're cellular. Tornado threat is not completely zero today, but it's pretty low down there, and that's why it's a severe thunderstorm watch instead of a tornado watch. We'll take a track off to the east at about 25 miles per hour out ahead of the storm, talk about some times of arrival. Again, this one is not severe. The other one that prompted the Hardin County warning, I think it's mainly going to stay north of the Hardin County and north of our viewing area. That's why we're not focusing too terribly much. And let's go ahead and extend this out about 45 minutes or so and catch the Highway 43 corridor. All right, Napier NACO at 256, Henryville, Tennessee at 308, but it may stay just to the north of there. Summertown at 318, Backholder 322. And if it were to take a little bit of a right turn, it may get near Alexander Springs by 325. On this track, I think it would be close to the Mount Pleasant area, getting close to there roughly about 330 or so, or just to the south of there, closer to Sandy Hook. Again, concern here is small hail of P to dime size right now, but we'll watch to see if the storm tries to intensify. And they're going ahead and issuing a severe thunderstorm warning on this storm right here. This is going to be a new severe thunderstorm warning for portions of Giles and Lawrence, Lewis, and Murray counties until 3:30. So now we're talking about quarter-size hail and the potential for 60-mile-per-hour straight-line winds. Here's the new polygon. You can see it goes as far northwest as Hohenwald, but the storm is bodily southeast of there. It's going to be across Napier and NACO, over toward the Summertown area, maybe down to Alexander Springs, Sandy Hook, Mount Pleasant, and over toward the Big Creek area north of Campbellsville. That's your region of concern. The polygon does go as far north as Hampshire and Poplar Top on Highway 412 in western parts of Murray County. But the storm looks like it's going to stay south of there. It's really going to be a threat for Napier and NACO over towards Summertown and Sandy Hook, and maybe as far north as Mount Pleasant, maybe as far south as Alexander Springs. It looks like this particular storm is going to stay off to the north of Etheridge, to the north of Lawrenceburg, and definitely to the north of the southern end of Lawrence County. Places like Loretto, down to St. Joe and Iron City is going to be well off to the north of you. But a new severe thunderstorm warning here for southeast portions of Lewis County, northern portions of Lawrence County, southwest Murray County, and northwest Giles County. That's going to go until 3:30. Taylor, I see you have the Arctic Air Skycam network pulled up. I'll let you talk about that and head over the links 3.
I actually can get it. Let me get it right here. I can get it behind you. So this is, I was just seeing if that Lawrenceburg camera was pointed in that direction. It is. So that is that new severe thunderstorm warning that Fred was just talking about. Notice how you don't really have a lot of movement here. You see these clouds right here, that's scud clouds. So you have movement for them going up into the storm. That's where your updraft is located, but there's really no wall cloud, really no true lowering. So that's why Fred was mentioning we don't really have much in the way of a tornado threat. It's not zero, but right now this storm does not look like it's going to be primed to produce one, at least here in the near term, and hopefully not ever as it continues to track on its way towards the northeast. But that's just that look from the Lawrenceburg perspective. You see some clouds coming up into it, that's scud clouds. That's not anything that's tornadic, but definitely looking like it could produce some pretty good hail with this.
All right, so we'll go back to radar here and take an overall DMA view button and just look at everybody, maybe hit the radar network, something like that. All right, you can see some scattered thunderstorm development, not severe, starting to increase in coverage from portions of northwest Colbert County, Alabama, back through northern Tishomingo County, back into Prentiss and Itawamba counties. They have reissued severe thunderstorm warning into Itawamba County for the storm that came out of Tupelo with golf ball size hail. That one's going to stay to the south of us. It's going to move from Itawamba County over into Marion County, Alabama, south of the viewing area. We'll have to watch these storms developing for a potential threat for northwest Alabama. There is a severe thunderstorm watch for northwest Alabama until 10 o'clock. But our first warnings of the day, these two storms right here, far, far, far northern Hardin County, Tennessee, severe thunderstorm warning until 3:30. Although I do think that storm will probably stay to the north of Hardin County. National Weather Service in Memphis kind of draws their polygons a little big sometimes, so that clips north and northeast Hardin County barely. Then a new severe thunderstorm warning for northern areas of Lawrence County, mainly Alexander Springs and Summertown, back over to the NACO Napier area in Lewis County, southeast Lewis County. You're under the warning as well. Southwestern portions of Murray County, northwest portions of Giles County. That is also a severe thunderstorm warning until 3:30. We'll hit the watch warning button so I can show you the severe thunderstorm watch. All of our southern Middle Tennessee counties and northeast Mississippi counties, a severe thunderstorm watch from now until 8 o'clock. Northwest Alabama, a severe thunderstorm watch from now until 10 o'clock. We'll continue to watch things very carefully. Next live scheduled update is at 3 o'clock, but if new warnings are issued, we'll come back sooner as necessary. For Taylor Plott and Kelly Rawson, I'm Fred Gossage, live from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. So Tennessee Valley Weather, keep you advised.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.